guys, Donna here with your weekly mini reading for December 25th through the 31st. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, because we're going to be on New Year's Eve at the end of this week. I hope you've had a lovely time with your family and that you're embracing this very magical moment of Christmas. Last week, we had Surrender and Release, Music and Self-Acceptance from the Healing with the Angel cards by Doreen Virtue. We had All is in Perfect Timing from St. Michael, Sword of Light. And finally, we had Windfall of Abundance from the Angels of Abundance deck. So I hope you were able to work in those energies. I hope that you were able to surrender and release what no longer served you, add some music, and not be hard on yourself if you didn't get everything done on your to-do list. Also, knowing that everything was in divine and perfect order. Perfect timing was coming, and that you were able to see some kind of windfall of abundance. It could be monetary, it could be in presence, it could be in whatever it is that came into your life in a multiple fashion, right? That can happen. I would like to say thank you to everybody who wished me a happy birthday on Monday. It was really nice, and I feel very blessed and very loved. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm going to call in St. Michael, Raphael, Uriel, and Gabriel, and we're going to ask them what it is we need to know this week. We're still in Mercury in retrograde, so try to be kind to yourself, try to have patience. I know it's challenging, especially if you're traveling during this time, right? Everybody is in a frenzy up till Christmas, and then on Christmas Day, it kind of settles in. Right? Settles into the mix, and you're able to, really embrace the memories, really stay in the present moment. Let's see, one more. Actually, two more wanted to come out. Okay, so we have freedom. Then we have the music card again. We have two cards that came out, Enchantment and Power. So we're going to start with the first one about freedom. So when we have the freedom card appear, sometimes it feels like we're kind of stuck in a corner, or we don't have our freedom, or that things around us, like out in society, are causing us to feel very restricted. Now, remember, we're in Mercury in retrograde, so the freedom card is saying you really do have the freedom to choose your thoughts, that you're not as restricted as you think you are. Look in your life and see where it is you feel restricted and where you can free yourself from obligation, from the woulda, shoulda, couldas, freedom from just overextending yourself, the freedom to give yourself permission to rest. Right? We don't do that. Give yourself permission to rest. Look where in aspects of your life you need to have or feel you need to have more freedom. And then take those action steps this week to start to feel that you're going to be free. Next is the music. Music was in our card reading last week, so this is continuing with the music. Add the music. It's helping to uplift you. It's helping you rise up in that spiritual growth that you're having right now. It's helping you stay in a more positive mindset, because it's very challenging. The holidays are not always fun for everyone, as I had said. And I think that we have to remember that when we watch things on TV, when we see all of this, it's supposed to be like we're all supposed to be in love and light and everything's happy and joyful. That's not always the case. Some of us don't have good memories of this time. Some of us have lost loved ones recently. Some of us have lost loved ones and in our past, and this is a very hard holiday to celebrate because we miss our loved ones. But what I would remind you of is that, one, you're never alone. If you call on your angels and you ask for them to be with you, even though they're with you always, if you ask them, you will start to feel their presence. If you say a prayer and you ask God to send you extra angels to help you not feel so lonely, they will show up. They will. Not only your guardian angels, but St. Michael is there to help you. Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel, any of the archangels, but any of the angelic realm will be right there. If you're missing your mother, say, my mom is gone this time, so missing my mother, I want to feel her presence. Thank you. On my birthday, I was thinking of my grandmother because she actually was buried on my 22nd birthday. And in my family, we didn't really celebrate birthdays due to the religion that I grew up in. But that day was a really hard day for me for a long time because on my 22nd birthday, my grandmother was buried. My husband was in Iceland. He wasn't even there to help me. And so when I think about that day, I remember him saying to me when he got back, that wasn't that a wonderful gift your grandmother gave you, because you always remember your grandmother on that day. That is a day to be cherished. That is a day not to be sad, but to celebrate that you have that memory and all those memories with her. And it took me a long time to not feel sad about that. It took me a long time to kind of realize that he was right, that my grandmother was giving me a perpetual birthday present. I could always think of her on that day. I always feel her presence. I know she's with me in my heart, but on that particular day, it makes me feel close to my grandmother. So if you're feeling like your loved one isn't around you, I would suggest that maybe you just sit for a minute, start to let the memories of being with them flood through you, the good memories, the ones where you're with them and you find that joy and that peace, because they only want joy and peace for you. And maybe that's what this freedom card is about, freeing yourself from holding on to change, holding on to what you don't want to change in your life, but know that change is inevitable. That might be what that is. Next, it's about seeing the world in an enchanted way, looking out. And if you're somewhere where it's snowing, really looking at the snow and feeling like, oh, wow, this is so beautiful, right? We're having a warm up this time and we have rain, but still there's the beauty of the fact that our trees and our flowers are still blooming. It's kind of odd and it feels kind of strange, but on the other hand, it's very enchanted, right? It's very enchanted. And then finally, the power card. When the power card comes in, it's about taking your power back. It's about empowering others. But let's talk about taking the power back. Take your power back. Where in your life do you feel that you have given your power away? And now it's time. It's time to take your power back. Because when you take your power back, which is your yellow center, working in the yellow energy of empowerment, that is Archangel Uriel. And he will certainly come in and help you feel like you can take your power back. Now, when that happens, people will resist that because they're not used to you finding your voice or being more empowered. But I would encourage you to look and see where you may have given your power away, and then just make a decision that you're not going to give it away, or that you're going to start to take your power back. As you gave it away in increments, you can bring it back in increments as well. Also know that it goes hand in hand with the enchanted card, because if you can see the world as an enchanted place, you see where everything is empowered, right? We want to empower others. We want to encourage others. We want to help them see that they matter, right? That they matter, that they're part of our enchantment, that it really may seem kind of daunting right now as the world seems to get more crazy. But the truth is, if we can rise up above that, and I always ask to be in God mind, because I find if I'm in God mind, I'm out of my own earth mind consciousness. I don't get caught up in all the frenzy. I'm able to observe and say, you know what? This is all going to work out in some way. I don't know how, but I want to see the enchantment. Lord, help me find the enchantment in my life. Where do I see the sparkles? Where do I see the smiles? Where do I show up and realize that there is enchantment all around me, because through the enchantment you're able to find your power, because you realize that power isn't to be lorded over others. In my opinion, I think we want to have power to run our cars, power to have electricity, right? So power, you might want to meditate on the power word. What does that mean to you? Because for me, it means empowerment. I try to empower you. I try to encourage you and empower you to work with your angels, to work with your guides, to realize that you matter. If you can give a kind word to someone and help them feel empowered, then you start to see the enchantment in the world, right? We're looking for the light. For the light. We had the solstice last week. So we had the longest, darkest day, but now we have the light, and the light always wins out. That's what you have to remember. No matter how dark it seems, when we flip on the light, and that can be the light of God, that can be the high heart, which is the light, the flame of God, your divine self, that light will dissipate the darkness. So through empowerment, we're able to add enchantment to the world. We're able to hear the music and add to that music of the enchantment of the world. And we're able to have our freedom, whatever that means to us. Next, I'm going to ask St. Michael to come in the sort of light deck. Let's go this way and see what he has to add to all of what I am saying. Oh, open up to your spiritual gifts. That's about empowerment, right? There's the yellow and the orange. Remember that your true nature is spiritual, not physical. The angels are sending you messages to guide your soul's growth. Oh, this is perfect. Because remember what I was talking about, being in God mind? That you can do. When you're in God mind, you start to feel your spiritual gifts. You start to detach from the humanness, from the earth mind. Earth has a consciousness that's very dense and very very challenging to be in. It feels very heavy. And so this is reminding us that this is the week to open up to our spiritual gifts. We've had Christmas and we are in that magic. So now just let's continue the magic and use the music and your imagination to see where your spiritual gifts are starting to awaken, right? Then last but not least, we're going to ask the angels of abundance. See what they have for us this week. Last week of 2023. I know a lot of us are happy to see this year go by. And I know for me, 2024 is going to be a 24 karat gold year. And I know some of you have seen my my posting. I'm starting a new coaching package. I'm putting it together, and it's how you can make 2024 your 24 karat gold year, whatever that means to you. Kind of think Midas touch. Anything that you have can turn to gold. Visualize abundance in all forms. And there's kind of that gold in this card, isn't there? God gave you such great spiritual power that everything you visualize eventually becomes reality. Hold a steady vision of that which is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, and that is what you will experience. I think this is a great card to end this reading with today, because what we want to do is we want to add this. This is the vision we want for our world, right? We want to hold a steady vision of all that is beautiful, healthful, positive, and filled with blessings, not only for ourselves, but for others. So I really encourage you this week to think about all the ways you can visualize abundance. You can look and put it on a Pinterest board. Maybe you're making a vision board for 2024. Maybe you're looking at abundance of grass outside or abundance of trees when you're in nature. an abundance of weather, like whether it's an abundance of snow or rain. You know, there's abundance. Abundance is an interesting word. You might want to meditate on the abundance too. What does that mean to you? Just like, okay, when I say abundance, how do you feel? Like if you close your eyes and you think abundance, do you have any resistance? And if you have that resistance, I would encourage you to utilize your journal and really go deep inside and see where that resistance is, and just let the thoughts flow. Maybe you turn on your music, soft music in the background. You call in your angels to help you, and you want to say, angels of abundance, I need you to help me visualize abundance in all forms, right? Because that's what we want. Last week we had the windfall of abundance. So this week we're taking that windfall, and now we're adding it to our visualization of visualizing abundance in all forms. So I hope you like this mini reading. Don't forget, when you visualize your abundance, you're able also to open up to your spiritual gifts. If you would like a reading with me, I do have availability this week. If you go to my website, I'm still running my buy one, get one free for Reiki sessions and also angel readings. I have other packages there. I haven't put up my new one for my coaching package, but if you are interested, please just DM me or get in touch and we'll have a conversation about that. I do offer free discovery calls to see if it's something that might interest you for next year. I'm very excited about it. I've been meditating since 11/11/11 about getting to 2024. That's what my guide said. And so we're finally on the threshold of this. And I'm extremely excited to offer this new coaching package to help ring in the new year of 2024 and making it a 24 karat gold year for all of us. So please, if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription and the notification bell, and you will get my weekly mini reading. And I would also ask that you take time this week to really sit and reflect, because we are in Mercury in retrograde. Reflect upon this last holiday season, this last quarter, and then start to see where you want to make changes in 2024. So have a great day. I'll see you on New Year's 2024 next week. And this is Donna. Don't forget, you're always on my Reiki Radar. See you next week. Bye.